You wake up and check your phone before you even check your soul, before you say thank you for breath, before you remember who you are. The scroll starts, the noise begins, and the gods are forgotten not, the gods of Olympus, not myths and legends, but the divine inside you, the truth that shaped you, the fire that birthed you. You don't serve it anymore. You serve dopamine. You serve distraction. You serve what is loud, what is liked, what is shared, what is trending, but the sacred doesn't trend. The divine doesn't go viral. Silence doesn't get clicks. Discipline doesn't get shares. Prayer isn't marketable meditation. Doesn't sell. We used to live for the gods. Now we live for the algorithm. We used to ask for guidance. Now we ask for engagement. We used to kneel. Now we pose. We used to seek. Now we perform. But a soul doesn't want followers. It wants depth. It wants peace. It wants alignment. Not attention. The gods don't speak through comments. They whisper in stillness, in quiet. Moments in sacrifice, in devotion, in choosing meaning over noise. You were not born for the feed. You are not crafted for likes. You are not shaped to fit a square. You are not a content machine. You are not a performance. You are not a product too. Are a flame. You are a force. You are a temple. And temples are not built in public, build in silence. Work without applause. Pray without proof. Give without filming. Grow without announcing. They will not understand. They will think you're losing. Because your life doesn't look curated. Because your pace isn't manic. Because your face isn't always shown. Because your path is quiet. But it is sacred. The gods see. Even when the world scrolls past, they see the inner work. They see the mornings you choose purpose, the nights you say no to temptation, the pain you endure without posting, the truth you hold without defending. This is not for them. This is for something higher, for something eternal, because the algorithm dies every few years. But the soul lasts forever when you build for the gods. You build with patience. You build with reverence. You build with discipline. You don't rush the sacred. You don't bargain with the divine. You don't dilute truth to go viral. You stand firm. Even when no one claps, you speak less. Even when the world demands a performance, you wait. Even when speed is celebrated, because speed kills depth. Because speed forgets meaning. Because speed serves machines. The world is fast, but the soul is slow. Soul speaks in seasons, not seconds. You are not here to compete. You are not here to chase trends. You are here to carry truth. You are here to protect what's holy. You are here to keep your spirit intact. In a world that tries to fracture it daily, build. In the old way, the hard way, the long way, the way of the gods, not the way of algorithms trained in silence. Work without noise, refine without reward. Die to the self-image. Live for the sacred image. The gods don't care how you look. They care who you are, not how you're seen, but how you endure. Not how you present, but how you carry weight. How you suffer well. How you choose virtue over validation. We've traded shrines for screens, sacrifice for self-promotion, and in doing, so we've starved the part of us that's real, the part that doesn't post, that doesn't talk, that doesn't brag, that just is, that just breathes, that just honors. Gods want your effort, not your aesthetic, your integrity, not your image, your devotion, not your display. You don't need to be seen. You need to be forged. You don't need to go viral. You need to go inward. You don't need applause. You need alignment. The algorithm rewards noise, but the gods reward silence. The algorithm wants novelty, but the gods want consistency. The algorithm follows culture, but the gods ask for character, and character is slow. Character is forged in fire, in rejection, in discipline, in daily dying, in quiet obedience. When you build a life for the gods, you walk alone, you walk upstream, you are mocked, you are misunderstood, you are unseen, but you are unshaken, because your roots are deep, because your reasons are eternal, because your fuel is internal, not from likes, not from views, not from fame. You serve a higher court, one that judges righteously, not loudly. You stand before truth, not the crowd. You bow before the eternal, not the algorithmic. So choose the hard path, choose the sacred weight, choose the rituals that feel old, choose to be misunderstood, choose to move in silence. You don't owe the world an update. You owe the gods your obedience. You don't need to explain. You need to endure. You don't need to impress. You need to become. You are not here to sell yourself. You are here to find yourself. Not for fame, but for formation. Not for speed, but for substance burn. The image build the soul. Forget the feed. Find the flame. Turn off the noise. Turn toward the divine. The world scroll. Let them forget you. Let them misunderstand, because you're not building for them. You're building for something eternal. For someone eternal. When you live for the gods, you slow down, you watch more, you speak less, you listen to silence, you feel discomfort, and you stop needing to be seen. This is not natural anymore, because the world teaches performance, teaches self-branding, teaches metrics. But the gods teach meaning. The gods teach mastery, and mastery requires solitude, requires pain, requires invisible days, requires seasons of silence, years of pruning, and lifetimes of patience. The world gives you shortcuts. The gods give you strength. The world gives you tips. The gods give you trials. The world gives you filters. The gods give you fire. Most can't handle fire. Most can't wait. Most can't live. without the instant. But that's why most stay empty. They chase numbers. You chase nature, nature doesn't hurry. The soul doesn't rush. Mountains don't go viral. And yet they endure, be like the mountain, still, steady, unshaken. Build your inner mountain. Stone by stone, word by word, choice by choice, every act of quiet obedience is a brick. Every moment you choose truth over approval, silence over shouting, solitude over performance. That's brick by brick. That's how temples are built. That's how souls are formed. The algorithm cannot see this, but the gods can. They watch you scroll past temptation, scroll past vanity, scroll past outrage, and walk instead into the wilderness, into purpose, into silence. You will not be applauded. You will not be rewarded right away, but you will be made, and that is the point. You will be forged. In the fire, the world avoids. In the cold, the world escapes. In the quiet, the world fears. And when the world burns out, you will still be standing. When the trends shift, you will remain, because you were not built for this world. You were built for something higher. The algorithm changes, but your soul doesn't. So stop bending to it. Stop pleasing it. Stop molding yourself into its image. Return to your true image, one that honors something sacred. You are not a clown for clicks. You are a servant of the divine. You are not a brand. You are a soul. You are not a trend. You are a tree rooted, unmoving, living. When you honor the gods, you rise before dawn. You work when no one watches. You rest with a quiet heart. You speak with weight. You move with purpose. You give without asking for eyes. You become dangerous because you no longer need the world. You are fed from within. You are strong in solitude. You are firm in your no and fierce in your yes. They can't control a man like that. They can't manipulate a woman like that, because you don't need to be seen, because you've already been witnessed by something higher. Your peace is not for sale. Your time is not a product. Your voice is not a gimmick. Your life is not a post. It is a prayer. You don't live to be consumed. You live to be consecrated, to be poured out, to be spent not for applause, but for alignment. Let others chase attention. Let others sell their soul for reach. You were born for reverence, born for inner wealth, born for quiet transformation, not for fame, but for fire, not for likes, but for legacy, not for performance, but for presence. Let the gods see you. That is enough. Let them measure your days. Let them weigh your heart. Let them shape your path. The world wants speed, but the gods want stillness. The world wants noise, but the gods speak in whispers. So slow down, unplug, unfollow, delete, detach, deconstruct, deprogram every time you say no to the noise. You say yes to the divine. Every time you go inward, you go upward, and the gods meet you there in the silence. In the emptiness in the places no one sees, you honor them by doing the work no one claps for, by building the life that no one praises, by being consistent when no one is watching, and one day, when the world crumbles and the algorithms fade, and the trends die, and the noise collapses, you will still be standing rooted in something real built by something higher formed. In a sacred fire, and the gods will say, "Well done, you chose us." Not them, you chose depth. Not dopamine, you chose eternity. Not applause, and that is the life worth living.